And now on to our next proclamation. And let's bring back former Deputy Mayor Cynthia Pratt. I am very proud of this proclamation. It's a Save Lacey official proclamation. Whereas poetry is the artful expression of human thought and feeling, and
whereas poetry manifests the power and beauty of language, and
whereas the appreciation of poetry nourishes the human spirit, and
whereas poetry is a literary art form capable of exploring the deepest sorrow and the loftiest aspiration, and
whereas a poet laureate cultivates the practices of writing, reading, and appreciation of poetry through example and encouragement, and
whereas the first poet laureate was crowned in 1315 after the classical age, and poet laureates throughout history have taken initiative to encourage reading, writing, and love of poetry across the globe, and
whereas Cynthia Pratt is a founding member of the Olympia Poetry Network, a published poet and author deserving of the initial honor to be named Poet Laureate.
now, therefore, I, Andy Ryder, Mayor of the City of Lacey, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim Cynthia Pratt to be the first Poet Laureate for the city. And I encourage all community members to embrace the art of poetry and invite the Poet Laureate to share poetry with the City Council once a year during the month of April to promote National Poetry Month. It's signed by myself, Mayor Andy Ryder. Today's date, January 20th, 2022. And to our new Poet Laureate, former Deputy Mayor Cynthia Pratt.
Yay.
So I would like to, do I have time now to do this, to share a poem?
Please do. I'd love that.
Okay. So I want to briefly set this up because I have lots and lots of poems I could share, including several years ago, I wrote one about Lake Lois. But because the Olympia Poetry Network board challenged to set up some kind of a prompt resolution to our members for 2022, and we had to put a little blurb about what we would like them to do, I jotted down something. Now, it's supposed to be kind of uplifting and make you feel good, but as you know, the end of the year was the pit. There was snow and there was rain and we're locked in our house and I was afraid of slipping, etc. So I ended up writing my challenge for January, and yours, if you choose to take it, is write about cold, a cold so bitter it burns your extremities, burns your ears and nose, but never use the word cold. Can I taste it, see and smell it? And then I got done with that and I looked at it before I sent it and I says, well, that is about as uplifting as stepping on a slug barefooted. So I added, or instead, maybe I'll write about the silence of this winter. So anyway, I combined those two, and that's so this is a brand new poem. It's called Forest Walk. Finally, my walk, delayed by heavy snow, turned into downpour, gloved and covered with a heavy coat to ward off winter's bitter chill, takes me to my favorite space where fir and cedar soar. In the distance, I stop to hear around the bend a northern flicker, the sound strange in this forest of small birds, this thrum mixed in amongst the trees and chirping sounds of this early day. Rhythmic, the tapping stops and starts again. The humdrum morning awakes to common calls, siskin, chickadees, stellar jays. Light, a yellow glow now breaks through the trees, transforming ice to puddles, frost to glistening crystals. Above a limb hangs old man's beard, lichen like an aged wizard, disarming in its rarity, a chance encounter. I look up, light now growing dim. A moment's break in birdsong. I lean my palm on rough, wet bark. In the silence, brief silence, a strum, steady strum of my beating heart. Thank you.
Lacey's Poet Laureate, Cynthia Pratt. Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and we look forward to hearing you for Lacey Poetry Month as well, and for many years to come.
You bet. I've got an idea what I'm going to do. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.